Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to what is round number 2 of the Formula Mazda series here on Forza Motorsport. And today you can see we are around a very wet Virginia, and this is going to be a tricky race for us because we haven't really got the pace around here. As you can see, we're joining us at the end of qualifying where we've just done a 2:02.7, and that is good enough to put us quite low down at the moment, but we're pushing really hard, and you can see we're up right now. We're really on the limits of the car as we go into that corner, and we just lose the back end, and that's that. That is quali for us as we now try to spin it back around and get going again just to get to the line to end quali, and we go around again, bounce off the wall, and that is the end of qualifying. You can see we haven't qualified very well, and we're starting in P12 in lobby 2. As we get underway now, good start from us, not too bad, we're doing okay, and we're just trying to get alongside our teammate in front, Michaels, and we got Foxmate there as well. We're all just using the chat just to annoy Chungus a little bit. Chungus is not a fan of the chat. As we boot Michael forward, we get hit from behind as well. A driver's gone wide. We make contact with Foxmate. As Sniffly Grunt comes back on, pushes Michaels wide, and we go through on about 3 or 4 drivers there, and we're up to P7. Not a bad situation here from the start of this race, as we're now trying to settle down, as people in front have just basically brake checked on the corner, and Michaels makes contact with the back of our car. Also, the hitbox of these cars is not very good. You literally right now, I'm nowhere near the drivers, but on their screen we're probably making contact. It's just ridiculous. But we're just trying to settle down now, just trying to make a couple of moves. You can see Andrew there is not really got the momentum up this hill because he was on the grass just beforehand, and now we're trying to go up the hill, trying to cut back, left, right. Driver in front of Andrew's gone slightly wide, as we're now coming down the inside, as someone's off the track. Who's that out there? It's Chungus. Chungus has gone off the track, lost a few positions, as I'm trying to hold it around the outside of Andrew. Can we do this? Looks like we've got the grip, and we go around Andrew, around the outside of him. We're using his AMS teammate in front to give us a little bit of a draft to pull us away from Andrew as well. We're up into P5. What a start to the race this has been, as we're now getting close to Inductro, I think it might be. As we're now thinking about a move down the inside. Have we got enough overspeed here to make this work into the left, right? Oh, we're side by side, trying to hold it there, but we lose the back end slightly. Inductro gets it back, and Andrew did consider going for the move there, but he's gone for the up and under. And now he's down our inside, and we've decided it's not a good idea to go side by side through there, and we give him the position. Andrew has a little bit of grip. Oh, slightly spun him there. Had to get on the brakes. Michaels makes contact with the back of our car, but we just got to settle down and go again and hope that we can just do enough to carry on. I've just noticed as well at the top of the screen you've got the recording software that I've been using from the Elgato. Oh, it's not from the Elgato, sorry, it's from the live stream I've been doing on Twitch as well. I live stream this at the same time, as Chungus is right in front of us. He goes deep in there. We cut just inside, down the inside of Chungus, who has a lot of pace today, but he just keeps making a couple of errors here and there. So it puts him into contest and competitive driving with us, which I can't imagine he wants to be battling us because he's a way quicker driver. As we go slightly deep there, Chungus is now trying to run around the outside of us, and we're deciding whether it's worthwhile. We're side by side, a little bit of contact, not much though, nothing to unsettle either car. We give him the space on the outside, and we go down the inside. We are into P6 again, but Chungus will get the draft. We're trying to help Michaels, give him a little bit of a tow here down the straight, but he's got nowhere to go, so he's sort of been boxed in by accident. Chungus is now down our inside, and we're hoping to hold it here. Michaels is now down our inside as well. He backs out. He's decided it's not a good idea. Slight bit of contact there with Chungus. Michaels, slight bit of contact with us. Sliding through that corner, but we hold it together. We're still here, and you can see we took the pit stop at the end of that lap with Chungus as well. It's a mandatory pit stop in this series. We've both come out in front of Toaster Lord, and we're hoping to make an undercut on Michael's work. It might be able to work. but it's all depending on where Michael's pace is right now. And you can see Chungus is gapping us slightly, but then he's not so good through this corner, and I'm very comfortable through this corner. As you can see, we get a lot closer now. A lot closer on Chungus, and he's not too good through this corner as well. I'm very deep into this corner every lap, and yeah, it's just one of those things. I've gone slightly deep here, and Chungus has gapped us. I don't think we're going to be able to battle him now for the rest of the race. That doesn't look good. And Michaels comes out of the pit lane side by side with us. So our 2-lap undercut nearly worked on getting in front of him, but not quite. Michael has just about got in front of us as we go a little bit deep there. And now we're going to watch the battle. Watch the battle happen in front of us. Michael versus Chungus. And I think this could be very good. These two respect each other a lot. They're both very clean drivers and both very quick. So I think this could be a good bit of entertainment for us. So we're just going to sit here, bide our time. And, I mean, there's no opportunity of them coming together. These two drivers are so clean when they race each other that they're just not going to come together. These are very experienced drivers in the Tora championships. And Michael being part of Swordfish with me, the reason I'm even in Swordfish. And yeah, it's two drivers that are respectful and actually understand how racing works. There are a select few that aren't very good at racing side by side, but these are not two of them. As you can see, Michaels gets into the slipstream of Chungus. We are slightly out of the slipstream range, but you can see we are being pulled in a little bit. Michael now cuts out of the slipstream of Chungus. Can he go down the inside of him here? Does he think it's a good idea? Michael has sort of held it there. He's still there. Little bit of contact, tiny bit of contact, but nothing too serious. And Michael is still behind Chungus. Good defending from Chungus. And we're just going to sit here now. As you can see, we're just biding our time. There's no need to rush. There's no need to hurry our way through here. And just, yeah, I don't think we've got the overall pace to pull away from either of these two drivers anyway. So it's more of just sit here, see if they get involved in a bit of a scuffle, and maybe pick up the pieces. But yeah, there's nothing more we can do than that, really. As Michael is now setting up Chungus for a cutback up and under. Can't quite do it there. We get on the grass. You can see Toaster Lord is being gapped by us now. Unfortunately for him. And Michael is going down the inside, up and under again, and Chungus just about holds him off for now. This is drama between these two drivers, and they are both doing themselves very proud right now. But we are just sat here. As you can see, Michaels is going for another attempt on Chungus, but this time he's attempting around the outside. You can see a driver there going really slow. We heard that he rolled during the race, and he was just tiptoeing back to the pit lane. Not ideal for him, as Michael did make the move on Chungus, but Chungus did the up and under, the switchback move. As now we're going to go down the inside of Michael, and we slightly hit the curb, lose the back end, and push him off the track. Oh my god, teammate turmoil. We've come together. That is not what you want when you're teammates. You want to be working together. You don't want to be pushing each other off the track. And I did push him off the track there by complete accident. And as you can see here, we get off the throttle. We let him go because we decided that was the right thing to do. Michael gets past us again, and we're going to let him hunt down Chungus, see if he can get near him. And we're just going to sit here, bide our time, ignore the contact there, because that is the contact system. You can see my right rear is overheating massively because it's sliding everywhere. But yeah, that was an incident and a half between the two teammates. I did not want to make contact, but unfortunately it did happen. And yeah, there's nothing you can do about it. But we have got a good run on Michael here. And at this point in the race, I'm thinking, is he going to be able to battle Chungus? Is he going to be able to gain on him? Or do I attempt a move on him? But here, I decided not here. I got off the throttle. I freewheeled into the corner. Little bit of lifting coast. Because also, and I was a bit worried about my fuel. And I have every right to be worried about my fuel. Because, yeah, it's quite low. 2 laps remaining, 2 laps of fuel remaining. That is a risk on Forza. You never know how much your car's going to drink in a lap. And, yeah, I may have underestimated the fuel. So we kind of just sat here trying to use Michael to help us go along. As he is gaining on Chungus a little bit, you know. And we're coming with him. We're coming with him. Sniffly Grunt is sat right behind us. Well, a couple hundred feet back, maybe 300 feet back from us. But we've got a good run on Michael. As you can see, Chunkers has gone up the road again. We're going for up, under. And no, we've hit him. We've pushed Michael off the track. As we thought at the time, we thought we pushed him off the track. But we did make contact, obviously. But Michael said at the time he had something else going on, and he did drive off the track to stay out of everyone's way. So that luckily, that was not my fault. At the time, I did think it was my fault, but I did speak to him after the race. And yeah, luckily for me, I was not to blame. A sniffly grunt on the final lap has spun us around. What the... Why? Why would he hit me there? That's such an annoying situation. He's made contact with me. I broke there every lap. And yeah, it's just really annoying. As you can see, we get a good run though. We're getting a good run here on Toaster Lord. Are we going to use Toaster Lord's slipstream here to get Campachi to the line? We're going to be very close as we just about take P7 from Campachi. And he give us P8. Was Campachi lapped? Oh, so he dropped to 9th. So the order was slightly messed up. But yeah, P8 in race number 1. As we're now getting underway for race number 2. Quick and going again, really. There's no in between. So starting from P8, there's no reverse grid on this one. It's more of just you start where you finish race 1. As we're now going deep into turn 1. Bit of contact with everybody. We get run wide. Campachi gets down our inside. And it wasn't the best of starts from us. I looked behind me to see where Michael was, because I knew he started behind me after his first race. I was just curious to see where he was. A sniffly grunt. Me and him side by side again. He goes in deep into the corner, tries to push me off the track, which at this point I was fuming with him after the last race. Obviously our first few laps after the final lap of the race, and I was thinking, where do I go? Do I throw it down the inside? Do I make a forceful overtake? But at this point I was just more sat here thinking, Michael's behind me, I don't want to get into contact with my teammate again. And yeah, more just hoping for the best. As you can see, we go deep in here. Not too bad line through there. The game's not said I've made contact with Sniffly yet, as I thought about throwing it down the inside there, but I don't trust myself on the brakes into this corner, because in practice I was off the track every lap through there. And you can see Michael is now hounding the back of our car, and I don't think we've got the overall pace to stay in front of him. So at this point I'm thinking I've either got to make a move on Sniffly Grunt, or I've got to let Michael's go. And I go for the move down the inside here of Grunt. Contact has been made. We go slightly deep. Michael goes down on the inside of us. We hold it around the outside. Sniffly's there. I think that was Chungus off the track to the outside. As Sniffly's a bit deep there. We get on the throttle. Lose the back end. Try and get on the throttle again. And we get on the grass. No! Oh, what a disaster. Michaels is in the pits, but you can see we are now just grass cutting for Virginia Raceway. We're thinking, oh yeah, we'll just do some grass cutting for you. As we come back out in P13. We were sat in a battle for 6th place, and we come out in P13. And now we're in 12th here, a lap later. Van Lobo's come out of the pit lane just in front of us. We go for the up and under, try to go down the inside of him, slightly get into the grass, make contact. I'm not sure if that was overly on me, but I've decided at this point I'm going to let Van Lobo go back through, because I was not overly convinced at the time if I was to blame, and it saves any sort of penalty. And I just noticed there I've got transmission damage like the first round again. Letting him through, I changed down to 3rd gear by accident, and yeah, it broke the transmission. So at the end of this lap we're going to have to box, repair that 1% damage to the transmission. Yes, 1%, but it is enough. And yeah, pretty much now need to settle down and try our very, very best to see where we can come out. As we come out just behind Van Lobo, which is good. It's a decent place to be. PG Houseman has retired from the Grand Prix. He is out. And Van Lobo is hunting down, I believe that is Dodge in front of us. I think Dodge has pitted and come out right in front of us. And yeah, He is now hunting him down. I am just trying to be consistent, do nothing silly, make no mistakes. As you can see, we're perfectly on the track there. Coming around the little finicky section here, very slow. The car does feel like it wants to spin every time you touch the throttle or even the brake or anything. As soon as you touch anything around this section, the car just wants to go. It wants to go sideways. And you can see we're losing a little bit of time to Van Lobo, but not an awful lot, not a massive amount of time. You see, through this section, we're very brave. We just get on the throttle way quicker than Van Lobo, but there's just nowhere to overtake through here. If you try and overtake there, it's not going to end very well. As you can see, it's more single file. And now we're coming into the very, very slow section. He was slower than I thought, and I'll make contact with the back of him. And luckily, he did not say anything about it at the time, Van Lobo. I think he said something different. But, yeah, just one of those things. A little bit of contact, nothing too serious. We just go on racing again. And, yeah, see what happened. Going down his inside now. We got a good run on him. And you can see we're just about quick enough. And there's the contact system I'm talking about. Slight bit of contact, even though I don't think we made contact. No, I've spun around. Oh, no. It's just a disaster. It's a disaster, this race. And one thing I did leave out is in the formation lap, I also spun. So these conditions, which are different to race 1, are not suiting me at all. As you can see now, we've got a gap here to dodge. And I want to hunt him down the best I can. So we are going to push as hard as physically possible to just gain on him now. We're halfway through race number 2. And I think Chungus may or may have not just retired. I don't know what's gone on, but there are reports that we're about to gain a position, and it was Chungus. Chungus has retired, and he is out of the Grand Prix. He did really well on race 1. Race 2 here, he's had a retirement. It's a shame, but you can see, at the same time, we are closing this gap on Dodge very, very rapidly at this point. We're driving with red eyes, red mist, and we're just trying to hunt him down. And I'm pretty sure not everybody has pitted yet. I'm sure there's not. And as you can see, is that someone coming out the pit lane? No, it's not. I thought someone was coming out the pit lane there. A couple of bits of contact there at Dodge, but we just cannot find a way past him through this section. It's too narrow. So we're just going to sit behind him for this section. As Dodge gets sideways, slowly, one of the painful, really slow spins. And it cost him the position. I don't even need to make the overtake in the end. I just drive past. Unlucky there for Dodge, but a lovely position gain for us. And now we can try and hunt down any other drivers that may still need to pit in this race. And as you can see, we're coming down on to start in our final lap, and there is somebody in the pit lane. It's AMS Campachi as we go thundering past him here at the end of the pit lane, and we get into P11, which is not bad considering where we've actually been in this race. We've been everywhere. We've been in the wars, and I'll take P11 from this race. It would do us nicely. P8 and P11 from this round. I mean, it should be P6 and P11, but yeah, it is what it is. But now we're just bringing the car home. You can see Van Lobo was actually catching him in front, but unfortunately run out of laps. So it's going to be a P11 here in race number 2. And yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed today's races. I hope you'll be here for next week, and maybe even come and join me live on a Thursday on Twitch TV at Chris33PFC. I'll see you next week.